2025 was a year packed with big-budget gambles, star-studded casts, and ambitious storytelling. But not every film hit its mark. While a few titles soared, many others stumbled hard at the box office, failing to connect with audiences or justify their hefty price tags. From misguided remakes to underwhelming original projects, these are the 10 movies that fell flat financially, offering a reminder that in Hollywood, bigger doesn't always mean better. So, the 10th biggest flop movie of 2025 is The Alto Knights. The Alto Knights may be 2025's most baffling major studio release. Directed by Barry Levinson, the $45 million gangster film starred Robert De Niro as both Frank Costello and Vito Genovese. Despite a strong cast, the film struggled to attract younger audiences, as the gangster genre has long been a tough sell. Recent flops like The Kitchen and Gotti showed the risks, and The Alto Knights followed suit, earning just $3 million in its domestic opening weekend. Playing in over 2,600 theaters, the poor turnout was a major embarrassment for Warner Brothers, worsened by reports that CEO David Zaslav personally pushed the project. A throwback that failed to resonate, the film stands as one of 2025's biggest box office bombs. And the 9th biggest flop movie of 2025 on our list is Wolf Man. Blumhouse, once known for low-budget horror hits like Paranormal Activity and The Purge, has recently shifted to bigger budgets and established franchises. Their 2025 film Wolfman, directed by The Invisible Man's Lee Wannell, reflected this change with a $25 million budget. However, it failed to connect with audiences, earning just $34.9 million worldwide. Weak marketing, poor reviews, and the werewolf genre's uneven history all contributed to its underperformance. This flop suggests Blumhouse might be better off returning to its roots with original stories and modest budgets. And the 8th biggest flop movie is Love Hurts. Love Hurts proved that love and bad movies can sting. Despite starring Ke Huy Quan and carrying a modest $17 million budget, this Valentine's Day-themed action flick fizzled hard. A weak John Wick imitation, it earned just $17.5 million domestically and a mere $1.9 million overseas. Its poor quality, crowded release window, and competition from similar R-rated films like Companion and Heart Eyes, along with January's action-heavy slate, all hurt its chances. In the end, Love Hurts lived up to its name at the box office. And on number 7, we have In the Lost Lands. Paul W.S. Anderson, known for his successful Resident Evil films, saw a major box office flop in 2025 with In the Lost Lands. Despite reuniting with Mila Jovovich and working from a George R.R. Martin story, the $55 million fantasy film earned just $3.22 million globally, including $1.8 million in the US. Unlike his past hits distributed by Sony, Lost Lands was released by Vertical Entertainment in just 1,370 theaters, with minimal marketing support. Its obscure source material and limited exposure left it far from the success of Anderson's earlier work, making it one of his biggest misfires. And the 6th biggest flop movie of 2025 on our list is Mickey 17. Robert Pattinson's post-Twilight focus on indie films earned him critical praise but didn't boost his box office clout. Aside from Tenet and The Batman, few of his films played widely until Mickey 17 in March 2025. Directed by Bong Joon-ho and featuring multiple Pattinsons, the $118 million sci-fi film grossed just $111.2 million worldwide, including $41.4 million domestically, less than Bong's own Parasite. Despite its prestige and concept, the film struggled, hurt by Pattinson's limited box office pull and the general audience disinterest in original sci-fi outside major franchises. Mickey 17 now faces steep financial losses. And the 5th biggest flop movie of 2025 is Novocaine. Early 2025 has been rough for R-rated action films, and Novocaine is a prime example. Starring Jack Quaid as a man who can't feel pain, the $18 million Paramount release got a big marketing push, including a Super Bowl ad, but fell flat. Despite solid reviews, it opened to just $8.8 million domestically and has only reached $22.4 million worldwide, making it unlikely to recoup its budget. While Novocaine had potential, Quaid's limited box office pull and a crowded field of similar R-rated action flicks ultimately doomed it to underperform. And on number 4, we have Rule Breakers. After the breakout success of Sound of Freedom in 2023, Angel Studios has struggled to replicate that box office magic. Their March 2025 release Rule Breakers, despite a wide 2,044 theatre launch and solid marketing, grossed just $2.93 million domestically. A PG-rated attempt to reach families, it lacked the appeal of Angel's faith-driven hits and felt like a watered-down version of a 2000 Disney movie. Released amid heavy faith-based competition and with a higher $8 million budget, Rule Breakers flopped hard, marking another low point in Angel Studios' post-Freedom era. And on number 3, we have The Unbreakable Boy. The Unbreakable Boy, a faith-based drama starring Zachary Levi, faced years of delays before finally releasing in February 2025. Despite being based on a true story and helmed by John Gunn, director of Ordinary Angels, it struggled to connect with audiences, earning just $6.4 million domestically. Competing family films like Paddington in Peru and Dog Man, obscure source material, and Levi's recent box office cold streak all worked against it. Unlike past hits from Kingdom Story Company, this inspirational tale failed to break through and became one of their weakest performers. And the second biggest flop movie of 2025 is Opus. A24, known for its low-budget hits like Lady Bird and Hereditary, has recently shifted towards bigger productions, exemplified by the $10 million satirical horror film Opus in March 2025. Despite a wide 1,764 theatre release and a Sundance premiere, the film struggled, grossing just $1.03 million in its opening weekend and $1.8 million domestically. Mixed reviews and a generic marketing campaign, which failed to distinguish it from other 2020s thrillers, contributed to its poor performance. While Civil War showed that higher-budget A24 films could succeed, Opus highlighted the risks of this new direction. And the last biggest flop movie of 2025 on our list is Snow White. Disney's Snow White remake struggled due to its massive $269 million budget, making profitability unlikely from the start. It needed grosses akin to Maleficent to break even, but the high cost doomed it. Remakes of 1990s, Disney classics like The Lion King and Beauty and the Beast have performed well. But Snow White, a remake of the original 1937 animated film, lacked broad appeal. Poor marketing and unsettling CG characters like the Seven Dwarfs only worsened the situation. Ultimately, the film's many hurdles led it to become a major box office failure for Disney. What do you think about the box office performance of these movies? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this.